So you want shitty podcasts, something to hear when you drive, or some internet loser saying, hey, it's great to be alive. So let's talk nonsense. Hey, why not? We'll soon find out we don't know a lot. But here's one fact I think we both know. You're here now to see the Castoe Show.
Please rise and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem. For the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
You want to know how great that was? Your mic was catching almost all of that until the end, where you brave free. And it's just like it sounds like you were a car driving by. Also, I did stand and I did put a hat that I was not wearing over my heart.
Yes.
A visual gag for nobody.
People can imagine it, all right? And that's the kind of patriotism that I want this weekend.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Independence Day, all right?
This will be our Independence Day.
Yes. Will Smith movie.
Yeah.
Who played the president in that?
Oh God. It's not Bill Paxton, it's Bill Pullman. Bill Pullman. Okay.
Thank you.
Got it.
He was
It's Lewis Pullman, who played the Sentry in Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers. Thank you very much. I'm back.
He also was what's his name in Spaceballs, but that's a topic for like 20 minutes from now.
Later in the discussion, we got to talk about it.
We're going to start off with the 4th of July, man. 4th of July. Fantastic time of year. Fantastic
Happy
weekend.
4th of July, everybody.
Yes.
Those of you who don't know what the 4th of July is, 1776. Starting on July 4th and continuing for a couple of days, we had a bunch of people sign a document that said basically Britain fuck off. That's all it was. It wasn't the basis of a constitution or anything. It was just a bunch of rich guys in Philadelphia. It was a bunch of rich guys in Philadelphia saying, hey, we don't I can't stands no more. I had all I can stands and I can't stands no more. And it sort of led to a few things happening. And it sort of led to America.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh,
usually nothing happens. This time Antwan's doing something. So something is happening.
Yes, the nothing ever happens Chud Jack proven wrong.
Proven wrong once again. Again.
Yeah, but tell me, Mac, how'd you spend your 4th of July?
It was a very relaxed and chill 4th of July. I woke up rather late in the day. I made some chicken and sausage gumbo because I had some chicken I needed to cook up, and that's like my go-to
American meal.
Yeah, it's my go-to meal to do it. And then it turns out we were invited over to the neighbor's house, so we went over to the neighbor's house for a little bit. I brought over my weird pot of chicken and sausage gumbo, and a couple people had spoonfuls, but they also already had food, so I didn't really need to do that, but I did anyway. Hung out for a little bit. It was a party, and parties aren't usually my thing. It's not where I feel comfortable.
You don't do well when the Miley Cyrus is playing.
Well, when there's a party I didn't hear Party in the USA once on the 4th of July. I will say that.
Isn't that a son of a bitch?
The world is lesser for it. Once we get past like beyond a table of people, I don't know what to do with my hands or talk, so I don't. But I did. Hey, guess what, bud? For the first time in probably over 15 years, I played with sparklers on the 4th of July. The neighbors
that's a fun time.
The neighbors had sparklers, and I was like, "Oh man, I haven't played with a sparkler since I don't even know how long."
And did anybody have real bombs?
No one had any real fire. There was fireworks going off all around us, like that we could sort of see over the tree. You've been to where I live. Over the tree lines, you could sort of see fireworks going off. There was no kid with M80s throwing them into the creek or anything like that. It was just a bunch of people with sparklers, and and people were lighting them from different parts of the sparkler, so different things went off. But man, those things get fucking hot, dude. I tried to grab it after it.
It's fire.
It was. Yeah, I know. It's a chemical reaction of like magnesium and something else to make it, as hot as it is. I tried to grab it after it was done sparkling, and I like burnt the like ends of my fingers.
Hell
And then
yeah, buddy.
because if I'm not doing that, then I'm not really living. I let matches burn down at the ends of my fingers just to feel something.
Just to feel something. Just to feel anything.
And it was, it was pretty relaxed and chill. It wasn't a big blowout 4th of July. Simi Valley used to have.
In my mind, oh yes, Simi.
No. Simi Valley used to do. I think they still do the fireworks show in the park. Where
every park.
Well, no, it's the one big park, the Rancho C. Oh, what's the name of the? I call it the S turn because that's what everyone calls it. The S turn park, where people set up lawn chairs. It's not off. If you were to get off at like Stearns, or it's between like Stearns and Tapo Canyon, is the S turn.
Oh, I know where that is. Yeah.
And so everyone in that area, if you live on that street, my friend Alan lives on that street, they set up lawn chairs, or people go to the park and set up blankets and whatnot. And they watch this fireworks show that goes off. And I used to go all the time, and there was one year I didn't, and the one year I didn't go was when the thing fucking exploded. So about I could hear it happening for about like 10 minutes or 20 minutes when the year it happened, and then it stopped, and then I stopped thinking about it. And then my parents came home from where they were, and they were like, "Did you see what happened?" I was like, "No, what happened?" And apparently, one of the fireworks, something happened and got tilted over, whatever. It went off and just caused all the other things to explode. Nobody was killed.
Yay!
But
like
one or two people were injured, and one of my friends were all hanging out at my friend Alan's house, and he described that his brother was like walking towards the fireworks. I think a horse got loose. Like it was pandemonium in the city of Simi Valley. And then like a couple years later, they started doing it again, whatever. But it was fun. It's like, I don't know. Even
due to last year's fuck ups, we will be canceling this year's S-turn fireworks parade.
It's a nice show, and it's like, I don't. There's stuff to be said about like, well, actually, we're releasing tons of chemicals into the air every time we do a fireworks show. Yeah,
shut up, nerd. Shut the fuck up, nerd.
I think there's a bunch of people who are doing that more anyway. I think we should focus on them instead. I think fireworks are amazing and great.
India has coal power plants from the 1800s, so we're not going to talk about that.
Go for it. And so you were saying something about...
No, I was just... I had an image in my head of like you walking into the 4th of July party yesterday with your gumbo, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yes, here's a man with gumbo who's not very good at parties. I would have loved for you to wear like jean overalls, no shirt, and a straw hat. Just be like, I should do like my gumbo, boss.
Oh, I should say, boy, I'd try to make me some chicken and sausage. I'll do a gumbo for you right now.
See, that's also one of the most American things in my mind. There's so many things that are beautifully American, and Cajun culture is one of them.
You know why that is? Because we as a country are so vast that we cover so much land and culture and people. There's a lot that I would say is quintessentially American.
Yes.
And it's dependent very much on what state you're from and what you're all about. But I think there's one thing we can all agree on. We're glad to be alive. Glad to be alive.
Yes.
Glad to be with family. Glad to be
able to
laugh
here.
And love and cook food and shit like that.
Yes.
Happy 4th of
July. The fact
that
most people can, afford to have a feast this day. Pretty kick-ass. Wonderfully kick-ass. Get some burgers. Get some dogs. I had burgers. I had dogs.
And for those of you going through hard times right now, that's just hard times right now, Daddy.
That's hard times, Daddy.
And soon we're going to be out of it. And that's
American dream.
I just got back.
Dusty's American. Thank you,
man,
thank you,
God
Anthony.
Bless America.
God bless America.
I want a bunch of American shit all over the screen. I want some. I want burgers. I want bombs. I want titties.
I want the Articles of Confederacy scratched out and then the Constitution placed over it. I want
Andrew Jackson clubbing a man to death.
I want a Kate Upton Carl's Jr. commercial.
Yes, I need it now. Oh yeah, no, I had such a fun family day. It's 4th of July is also my cousin's birthday, right?
Mhm.
So we get two birds stoned at once. We celebrate his birthday. We go out. We watch some fireworks. Everything was very America themed. It was gorgeous. Um,
All right, this is what you
my
get.
favorite thing. Pretty good, pretty good. I still want that Kate Upton though.
I want Kate Upton over Hulk Hogan, if you don't mind.
Yeah, if you can do that one thing, yeah, Hulk's just look at him. This is like the worst picture of Hulk brother used.
Yeah.
Right at the end of that 2007 run. Oh god.
Oh God.
All right, yeah, but a couple things that I really like to do during the 4th of July cuz there will be like quiet periods in the day while you're waiting for the bombs to go off and when you're not eating or drinking, right?
Mhm.
It's watching the Nathan's hot dog eating competition
Amen.
and the whatever the fuck
Amen.
it's called, dog jumping competition. Both of those
What?
play back to back on ESPN, and it feels like that segment from the movie Dodgeball, ESPN 8, The Ocho, where they play fucked up sports. I brought that up yesterday, and I was like, no way, that actually exists. It does, but not this time of year. Wait for it, it's coming up. So
what is the okay? I know Nathan's hot dog eating competition. Shout out to Joey Chestnut. Shout out to former champion Kobayashi.
yes,
We love you,
the
baby.
goats of the sport.
What the fuck is the dog jumping competition?
It's not. It's where dogs jump, but they jump into like a pool and they go for distance, right?
What?
It's amazing. It's amazing. So there's like this runway where dogs are like full fucking sprint, right? Some dogs are better at it than others. I mean, they have like weight classes, which I think's adorable.
Mhm.
And like obviously it's like greyhounds, big runners. They go like 30 fucking feet, almost 40 feet. These jumps that these dogs do, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because at the end of the runway is like some handler who throws like a doggy treat in the like towards the pool, and these dogs just there you go. Look,
What
they get up.
Oh my
These
God.
dogs be jumping. They
That
go
dog's
so
hitting
far.
the sickest kung fu pose of all time.
Yeah.
And
Oh
he's serious
man,
about it too. He wants it.
dude. Some dogs have that natural instinct in them to like turn into like peregrine falcons when they're up there, and they straight like they become so aerodynamic. Like they tuck. You know how like if you've ever played a video game where you can jump out of an airplane and you want to go faster, you just tuck all your appendages to the side and become a dart. That's what the dogs do.
Wow.
Oh god, it's so entertaining.
I guess I need to leave the TV on longer when I watch the hot dog eating.
Exactly. Everybody switches off, and I'm like, "Oh, guys, gather around. The dogs are jumping," and it's a great time.
Yeah.
Because after we just saw Joey Chestnut demolish the competition by 25 fucking hot dogs.
Smoked him.
I want to say this again. I need to say this again. Joey Chestnut beat like the guy who came in second place, lost by 25 dogs. Joey crushed 70.
Holy. They've been with Joey out of the game, they've been slacking.
There's just nobody. There's nobody who could compete.
Yeah. Holy dude.
And oh my gosh, the announcer guy that you see in that picture right there with the little straw hat.
Uh-huh.
I love him because every year he does these like speech intros for like the champions or whatever walking in, and the one that he did this year for Joey was insane. He was like,
"Oh, I did see a clip of that where it's like
there are forces in nature that cannot be stopped. The shifting of the tectonic plates, the ever-expanding universe, and our hero, our dauntless victor, is a primordial force of nature." Yeah, like talking him up like he's like he literally said, "Joining a pantheon of gods, Joey Chestnut," and I was like, "What?" Getting me all hyped for this boy. And then it's disgusting. It's actually nasty as fuck to watch, but the end is so good.
It's because it's a lot of dipping bread in water and then slamming down glizzies.
and you're like, they look like they're in pain.
If this is what I must do to be the best, I don't think I'd want to be the best. I genuinely don't think I would.
We're gonna give you the reaction of Troy what's his name in Troy? That's why no one will remember your hot dog eating name.
Yeah. That's why Achilles going. That's why no one will remember you.
Yeah. But bro, that like his form is something. He has like this squint on his face that looks like he's getting like stabbed, and he doesn't stop until all the dogs are gone. Like he doubles, he gets 2 weenies in his hand and just glorges on like glop glop, knocks them back while his buns are soaking, and then he just pushes the buns in his face holes until they're gone, and he rinses and repeats until he's the champion.
Slams a glass of water, and you're like, that's I don't know.
I feel like this has always been a thing, though. Like,
I know
eating competitions are a very just natural thing for humans.
No, yeah, of course. Who can consume the most? It's
Oh yeah.
Think about pie competitions back in the day, where it's like, who can eat the most pie in like however many minutes.
I could only imagine this happening in like antiquity times.
Mhm.
It's like, yes,
roast chickens. Who can eat the most roast chickens in however many minutes?
my money's on Adelbert. Adelbert looks like he could put it down.
And then Adelbert's, you look at him and he's the skinniest guy ever.
It's
He's
the
been
thin
working on-
guys who win.
Yeah, because the fat guys have small stomachs. That's the thing. That's the trick, is that you have to
I
train
don't get
yourself.
it, man.
You have to train yourself to expand, because your body reacts naturally. If you're fat, you don't have to eat that much. So it shrinks the stomach. But with the skinny guys, it's like, oh, you need to eat. So it expands the stomach, and then they eat stuff like cabbage and whatnot beforehand to make it go even larger. Why they're able
What a
to
big
cramp
dog
down.
eat.
Yeah, so many glizzies in the stomach.
Like, I forget the number of tacos that, like, they were going through like his whole stat sheet, right? It's like all his lists of accolades and victories.
Yeah.
And he ate some disgusting amount of tacos. I think it was like 60 something. And then I'm like,
Wikipedia page right now, and apparently he's eaten 17 pounds of cherry pie in 8 minutes. Can you imagine?
17 pounds is a fucking lot
of cherry pie. Cherry pie is not the densest pie in the world. Just
still, brother. I can have like a
slice
or two.
That's a lot of pie. like to be able to eat 17 pounds of it.
That's like I would say like maybe 6 or 7 whole pies makes 17 pounds.
Yeah.
Holy crap. And it's true. Everything that the Straw Hat Man said was true. Like, he is a gifted, once in a lifetime talent. And we are all blessed to having witnessed his glory, his talent, his skills.
Yeah. There's one stat here where it's 21 pounds of shrimp in 8 minutes.
Oh my god.
14 pounds of bologna in 8 minutes, which I don't know.
That's fucking nasty.
I can pack away bologna. I don't know if I could pack away 14 pounds of bologna in 8 minutes. That seems
no, because bologna comes in those tubes most of the time, right?
Yeah, or it comes in the sausage form, which is, I don't know which is worse, to be honest, to try to consume.
But think
quickly.
of like the big ass bologna tube that you'd like buy at like Walmart.
Yeah.
That's only like 5 pounds.
Oh, maybe. No, yeah. And then you'd have to eat 3 of those in 8 minutes.
A little more than 3? That's insane.
3 packages of bologna, Jeremy. That's insane.
That's like swallowing 3 torpedoes.
Yeah. And then he chews it up and then he spits out sausages like Popeye. That's the kind
the dude does have a yuck mouth, bro. Look at like the chainsaw that he's working with inside that mouth of his.
That's a mouth made for eating. That's as you know.
Yeah, God gave him an eating man's mouth.
Well, hey, away, son. We got plenty.
Big cheers for Joey Chestnut.
Your whole life.
No.
All right.
Joey, yeah, he's consistent. He is the Michael Jordan of eating. Hats off to Joey. And the dog jumping, man, people have to stop turning off their TVs because that is a fun fucking thing to watch.
I'll have to look into the dog jump.
Bro, there were like little dogs that were scared to jump, and it was adorable because it's like it's a break from these monsters leaping, like 50 feet at you.
Yeah.
Right? You have a little Jack Russell Terrier who gets to the edge and then he's like, and then he jumps. I'm like, yeah, it's cute. He's a cutie. Mm-hmm. They had a bulldog in that competition.
Oh, Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had to strap a vest to him, and then he just kind of like cannonballs in the water.
What a cutie. What a real.
That's what I'm
cutie.
saying. It's like, yeah, it's like first, it's like you're just gonna be saying to yourself the entire time, it's like, wow, that's a gorgeous dog. Wow, that's a gorgeous dog. And then, oh, look at that little stinker. And they all jump in the water. It's a fun time. It's a fun time to watch with your family. All right.
So go and watch it. Go and watch dogs.
Yes. Go get yourself a dog. I need to get a
Now.
dog, bro. I want to get a wiener dog, and I want to give him a goofy ass name.
I, for years, had this idea of getting a big dog and a small dog and naming them after the characters in Princess Bride. The sword guy Inigo and the big dog Fezzik. And
Oh,
that'd be the idea.
so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
could call him Fezzy. You could call him it'd be great.
my name is Inigo Montoya. Yeah, you would have to be like a dog with like a mullet or just a big poof of hair, you know?
Yeah, I was
Something
thinking
that
like
actually looks like Inigo.
I was thinking something like a Charles St. Charles Cocker Spaniel or whatever. Something that was just like a big floof
So
of the air.
cute.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm really leaning towards wiener dogs. I want my
Mhm.
wiener.
Pause.
Yes.
Resume.
And I'm
We got a
torn between
podcast.
giving him like a goofy ass name, like I don't know.
Franz. If it's a wiener dog, you got to give him like a German name. Like
That's the knee jerk instinct is it's like, okay, German aristocracy.
yeah.
And I'm like, yes.
Speaking of
Kaiser
Edelbert,
Friedrich.
yeah. Oh, that's great. All right. What else?
That's my dog, Der Kaiser. Yeah.
What else is happening in the world today?
4th of July. It was a good time had by all. Oh, hold on. Anthony, what did you do for the 4th of July?
Hanging out at my house. We shot off a few mortars and stuff. We had some fun.
Fuck
Beers.
yeah. You seem like,
brownies.
or Gus seems like the type of guy to get bombs.
Yeah, he did. We shot
Hell
off
yeah.
3, and as soon as we shot off 3 in a row on purpose, everyone around us was like, "Oh, it's time."
You started it.
Yeah, we started it. No one was shooting off fireworks until that happened, and it wasn't just like one. Like everyone was shooting like one. You know, no, we Gus went all in. He was just like, "Nah, I'm doing it now. It's happening." Pew pew pew.
Smoke him if you got him.
Get that shit. Get that shit.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
then-
Like yeah, because you're in like, or what vague neighborhood of the valley do you belong to?
The valley.
The valley?
Where?
Yeah, I was watching the shows from a distance from my hilltop. Yes, gorgeous. And
From his gated
there was
community hilltop.
yes, like looking down on the peons and the rest of the valley. Yes, and
yeah.
there were just so many shows going off, and you could tell like what's a show
Oh, yeah.
and then what's not a show. It's like, oh no, those are homes, and that's a home with a lot of bombs, baby.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes,
No, but it was
so-
fun. It was really funny too, because then like we're not sure if it was a police helicopter, because technically you're not supposed to in the state, but everyone does it anyways. So
Shoot him!
it was funny when it would fly over, and then it would see a firework across, it would go over there, and then like everything on this side would shoot up.
Oh man, I need to get some
Fun
fireworks
fact,
for
fun
next
fact
year.
For those of you who don't know, it's illegal to buy fireworks in the state of California due to fires and whatnot.
Fuck
Uh,
off.
In Nevada, it's not. You can do with that information what you will.
Oh wow! Hey, thanks, Mac. That's really useful information.
Huh? Yeah. What? What are we
That's
talking about?
crazy.
Hey, thank you for helping me do nothing.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's. I just wanted
remember,
people to
'cause
know.
The last time they told the entire state that no one was going to shoot off fireworks, triple the fireworks were shot off in the state.
Because people,
Yeah,
if
don't tell
people
me
lo-
what to fucking do
people love being told what to do, and if and as
on
long
the
as
4th
you
of
tell
July of all days.
them- Uh-huh.
No, but that was the funny because I think that was during COVID, right? Where
Makes
like
sense to me.
LA specifically, like LA County had a mandate. It's like there will be no fireworks or fireworks shows on the 4th of July, right? And you're
Then-
telling this to normal red-blooded Americans. So obviously, what happens?
Believe what you will about the state of California, the people there do bleed red. They are.
Oh, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. Help me.
I'm bleeding red.
What?
Help me. Help him.
But there was just a helicopter going by like the beach and inner city everywhere. The whole place looked like it was just on one big colorful fire. And I'm like, that,
We love
that makes me feel some kind of way. It's like, there is hope. There is hope. Yes. So 4th of July.
As long as there's
From
fireworks in the
our
world.
family to yours, hope you had a good one.
As long as there's fireworks in the world and hot dogs in our mouths, we're gonna be all right.
Buddy, cheap meats and ketchup. Mm-mm-mm.
Biscuits and gravy. What else? What else is the? What else we got?
What else we got on the news today? Apparently Mel Brooks is turning 99.
Mel Brooks has turned 99. Now, almost assuredly, we've talked about Mel Brooks on this show before. I can't
Yes.
remember, but almost assuredly we have.
But it's
We
probably
have
happened
about
once or
him.
twice.
I don't know what we talked about him, but I remember we did talk about him.
Yeah. No, I think it's when we were throwing around, when we started to do like directors and ranking their movies and whatnot, I wanted to do a Mel Brooks one. Because he's got like 10 movies. And so I think it'd be easy to do. And also I wouldn't hate a lot of them. Because
it'd be a pleasure.
It would be a pleasure to watch Mel Brooks movies. He is a delight. He's a Jewish comedian from
Jewish delight.
From back in the day, served in World War II, came back from World War II.
He
and
did?
went into he was
Holy
served
shit.
in World he was on the European front in World War II. Came back, started writing comedy. Worked on Sid Caesar's Show of Shows. Worked
I'm
on
sorry, I can't just glaze by this. Mel
Go for
Brooks in the Battle of the Bulge sounds like the funniest shit to me.
Well, good. Think
This
about it
guy,
however you want.
this guy
Yeah.
straight up bayonet charging a German. Yeah.
It's you, Yogurt. I don't know if I read his autobiography. I don't remember him saying that he killed a man.
You're right.
But I
He's a goofy vet, not quite like a Christopher Lee vet.
Yeah, he entertained the troops while they were waiting to like advance and stuff like that. That's what he did.
He would be like, if this was an episode of, I'm going out on a limb here, MASH. Oh wait, no,
Yes.
MASH was Vietnam, right?
Korean War, but they made it during
Hogan's Heroes.
That was World War II. Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes. He would be like distracting Germans by being on like a unicycle and juggling and doing that type
That's
of
correct.
shit.
that is correct.
Hey, Franz, watch this.
And so basically, he came back and he had like ideas to write theater musical shows, but
As
then
many war veterans do.
The first movie he wrote was The Producers, and The Producers, it's the
Classic.
old one with the Zero Mostel and Gene Wilder. And then he just started writing and making these movies, and a lot of them are parodies of genres. But the thing about Mel Brooks is that the whole point of parody, I think, is like you sort of love the thing you're parodying a little bit.
You have to. You have to. If not, then it's not going to be funny.
So when he was like, yeah, I want to make a Western, but I want to make it sort of a modern Western and it's goofy. Or he would go, I want to make a movie where it's, young Frankenstein. It's a Frankenstein movie, but it's a comedy at the same time. Stuff like that. He would be so obsessive over how things were filmed or how things were done. The story I love to talk about is they were making Young Frankenstein, and the cinematographer, the director of photography, had the cameras on tracks because they had tracks by that point. And he was like, "What are you doing?"
Tracks?
Back when they would film these things in the 1930s, the original Frankenstein movies, they had no tracks. I want like the bump and the jitter as the camera is like moving along the ground. And he's like getting into it with like the director of photography, and it's that level of like anal dedication.
Love.
That is I think not required, but like it's certainly appreciated when it comes to stuff like that. His Young Frankenstein's one of the earliest movies I remember seeing. I remember it made me laugh a lot. Marty Feldman as Igor made me giggle, and then it's
got Marty Feldman.
He's got Marty Feldman because as a kid, it's like it's still a horror movie of like this monster roaming around town doing monster things. It's just every so often the monster breaks out in song and dance, And again, because it's one of the earliest movies I remember seeing, and because I saw a lot of his movies very young, it is a comedic foundation of a lot of the silly, goofy joke humor that I have.
When the way that we like laughing at the world.
Yeah, the way the guy in Blazing Saddles being dragged away by a cowboy and going, "Well, that's the end of this suit. Like it's jokes like that. That's just sort of I find myself thinking of the world often. And the reason
Knock that a day's pay.
for napping on the job. So here's the thing. He turned 99, and also roughly like a few weeks ago, they announced they were making Spaceballs 2. Now, Spaceballs, if you have never seen it, it's Mel Brooks doing Star Wars. It's Mel Brooks, not
And
just
it's fucking peak.
It's pretty good. There's a lot of people who are like, it's not as good as some of his other stuff. Maybe it's pretty good though. I
love it.
It's Mel Brooks making fun of Star Wars and sci-fi and a lot of it's Star Trek and Alien and like a bunch of other sci-fi movies mixed together. He plays
and the business of sci-fi franchises in general.
Yes, they do make fun of. That's very important to know because they do make. Was that when they re-released it around the time of?
Yeah, you bet your ass.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome.
Rick Moranis is what, Darth Helmet.
Darth Helmet, yeah.
So
did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls. Good.
I don't know if you could watch that movie and not laugh during the two parts that I remember clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
Is comb the desert, and then the black guy putting up his helmet. Well, we ain't found shit. Number one. Number two,
comb through the desert.
Yes, with the big fucking combs, like combing sand, and oh god, when they're on like the command deck of the ship, and they're trying to like track the flying RV or whatever the fuck it is. And it's like
the flying Winnebago.
We've been jammed,
and it's literal jam. It's a jar.
It's a jar of jam hitting a satellite dish. It's the best. It's the actual. They got into plaid. Some of the most fantastic quotes devised by humans are in that movie.
And here's the thing. You talked about the commercial aspect of sci-fi Star Wars is discussed. There's a famous scene where it's like, Yoda, where do you get all this money? Merchandising, where the real money is made. And literally the wall pulls up and it's like, look, come by, Spaceballs the t-shirt, Spaceballs the comic book, Spaceballs the breakfast cereal. And then it's Spaceballs the flamethrower, which I still think about often. The kids are gonna love these.
The kids are gonna love them. I like the little yogurt doll.
With you. There's the TDs, I think, are what they're called, where it's like their version of the Jawas. When the version of Luke Skywalker wakes up, he goes, "When did we get to Disneyland?" Shit like that. But there's a joke made in Spaceballs where they go, "Yogurt, are we ever gonna see you again?" And he goes, "Who knows? Maybe we'll all meet up again in Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money." Now, it is a common gag in Mel Brooks movies where he promises sequels that don't get made. History of the World Part 1 ends with History of the World a commercial for History of the World Part 2, which was not made for years. Such things in History of the World Part 2 that were promised were Hitler on ice, Jews in space. Yeah. We needed it. And they made it. They made it into a television show. They did. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about this?
Yeah, but I choose to ignore it because I don't think it included any of those funny gags.
No, I don't think it did. I don't think it
did. No Hitler on ice, no Jews in space.
The
Jews in space is the funniest fucking shit, and they used it twice.
It was made a couple years ago. Made a couple years ago now at this point. And here's the thing. It wasn't, fantastic, right? Mel Brooks has not made or directed a movie since Dracula Dead and Loving It. No, Dracula Dead and Loving It, which wasn't a great movie. I'm going to be honest. Dracula Dead and Loving It has like a little, it has a little place in my heart where it's like, yeah, it's a goofy movie, but
it's okay, it's Mel. We can't bat 1,000.
Yeah, it's not the best movie ever made. I wouldn't even say it's a fantastic comedy. So when I hear Spaceballs 2 is getting made, I'm like, do we need it?
Yeah.
Do we need I listen, maybe it'll be good. Maybe there'll be parts of it that I like, right? Rick Moranis
is coming back. Yeah.
That's the big thing. Rick Moranis hasn't worked since the whole reason he left Hollywood was that his wife died. His wife died and he wanted to take care of his kids, so he stopped working. And he basically retired.
Saddest shit, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like God bless him, much respect to Rick Moranis. So the fact that he's coming back for his first live action role in 20 something years is amazing. Johnny, obviously some people aren't going to be able to be in the movie. Joan Rivers is dead. John Candy is dead.
Crap.
These things happen, but I just don't know if it will be.
I'm sorry. Who was the lady in Spaceballs?
Oh, Daphne Zuniga, I think is how you pronounce her name.
She was amazing. She was amazing.
She's a very.
Can't remember a single word she said. She was
My
amazing.
hair, yeah, my hair. They shot my hair.
Yeah, but Mel knows how to pick them. Cause damn.
Yeah. Mel worked with a diverse cast of comedic actors. Oh, there she is. You can tell that's her. You can
Comedic
tell by
actors
the eyes.
and gorgeous women. Yes.
Yeah. And God, it's the world has moved. The world has moved. I won't say it's moved completely past Mel Brooks, but it's been a long time.
He probably doesn't have his finger on the pulse of comedy anymore.
No, but he doesn't have to. He's a 99-year-old man. He's enjoying He's enjoying. He goes, I miss my friends. I miss not being able to call Gene Wilder or Dom DeLuise, and I feel
That's
him,
really
man.
sad.
I feel him that he's lived to an age where a lot of the people that he can call to be creative with, or that he just loved to talk to, they're not around anymore, and it's a gosh dang shame that they aren't around anymore. But it's the way of the world, and who knows how this will turn out.
Jewish heaven, and he could talk to all his
Also
Jew
known as
friends who passed on.
Purgatory, whatever they call
Hey,
it. We're all just waiting for the Messiah to come back. Don't worry, he's coming.
Yes, congratulations! You're gonna go to God's own re-education camp. Woo! Yes, for being wrong your entire life, you get cleansing.
Yeah,
You ignorant bastard. All right.
He says he's more secular than Jewish, but who is it nowadays?
That's literally every single Jewish person in Hollywood.
Correct.
You show me a religious Jew in Hollywood, and I'll show you a liar.
Someone's got to work on Shomer Shabbos. It's not going to be these Jews.
Yeah, no, Ben Shapiro doesn't do show business anymore. He's sorry to break it to you.
He hasn't played a violin in years. I haven't talked about Schindler's List in years.
No, we talked about it like a month ago, I think.
Did we? Okay. No, him, because there's that video of him being however many years old playing the theme to Schindler's List. Have we talked about that?
Oh my God, you're right. He was a child.
He was a child. I don't know what it was, the Jewish National Convention or whatever, where it's the young Ben Shapiro playing.
That can't be a real thing. I'm sorry.
I don't know what it is. Clearly, it was a convention for the Judas people.
Are you going to JewCon later this year?
JewCon. JewCon these nuts. JewCon these nuts.
No. I can't wait for 2025's JewCon.
Oh man, I hear they're bringing Melvin Kaminsky to speak at JewCon. Did you get the swag bag? I'm like menorah.
I'm itching. I'm fucking red. Oh my god! Oh my god!
What would be in the swag bag of JewCon? Help me! This
would be obviously dreidels.
Dreidels, got him. A little pump,
an iPod, a very out of date piece of tech.
A very out of date piece of tech. A Funko Pop of some like Leonard Nimoy or something. Some secret, one of them secret Jews, the ones that we don't really know.
Diane Feinstein, a bust of Diane Feinstein. Yeah. Those
Goldie
little
Hawn
in the Jew coins,
Yeah.
God, I wish this has to be a real thing.
What?
Jewish convention.
I'm looking it up right now because I want to know what the name. Israeli Bonds Banquet. How wrong am I?
I mean, you're not wrong at all, actually.
I just got the name wrong.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Our joke about JewCon and the whatever you just said, same fucking shit.
Yeah, the Israeli Bonds Banquet, where we raise money for bonds for Israel. What else did I say?
50 billion to Israel, please.
Another 50 billion. We made it. And it's Patrick Starr doing the I don't know who that guy is. He seems fun.
I have no idea.
I'm sorry. If you show this picture to like 80% of the youth today, they would think that this is like some evil meeting.
We've talked about this. How there are sometimes stereotypes happen that everyone else looks around and goes, "Now, if I said it, it would be a bad thing."
Yeah.
Is that one of the Jewish senator doing like the literal like meme hand
this
motion
image
in
comes from
Senate?
Wikipedia, so
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Oh my god.
And listen, we're not anti-Semitic. We're not anti anything. I don't think.
No.
It's just
People, I love people, but this shit's hilarious.
objectively a very funny thing.
Yeah, look at that guy. You cannot blow up that picture for a little bit.
If you saw a white guy that looked like me and he was standing underneath a banner that said National Convention, wouldn't you think that was funny? Wouldn't you laugh?
Okay. This guy looks objectively like a goblin, and he's doing the Jeb pose
100%
under a big banner that says "Give money to Israel." I mean, you can't make this shit up.
It's the fact, I think he looks like a wizard, but the fact is you described him as a goblin. He's got too much paunch to be a goblin. His belt is way too tight to be a goblin.
It's, okay, I know that a high-waisted pant was the style back in the day.
Yeah.
But if this was anatomically correct, and we're assuming that his waist is that high, the funniest shit on earth. He's built like Snice noodles.
Hey, honey, those legs go all the way up.
Now think of him standing on the table instead.
Oh yeah, those are his legs. My fellow Americans.
No, he's not going to say "my fellow Americans." You know that.
My fellow Jews. Standing on the table. He seems like a fun man, whoever he is. It's the bemused bewilderment to the guy on the left. It's
Friends,
the guy with the cigar who's not
Jews,
paying attention. Like countrymen. It's everything about this picture. This picture is perfect. Cinema. They could hang this in the Louvre.
I want this picture like framed, and I'd put it in like a funny spot in my house, in like my kitchen or my bathroom or my garage.
God, what a conversation starter, man! What a conversation.
Yeah. You hang this opposite of the toilet.
Explain this now.
You hang this opposite the toilet at eye level if you were squatting, so that if the person's taking a dump, they have nowhere else to look except right here.
I would like this turned into like one of those like kind of impressionist type paintings, almost like what you see like court artists draw.
Yes.
That in my bathroom would be absolute steez.
Mr. Epstein was convicted and sentenced to 50 years. Like
$20. He attended one of these Jew cons.
I said, "What about Israeli bonds bankruptcy?" Said, "I think." Oh, brother.
Oh man. Okay. And the final pivot before we get canceled. Is one bone to pick. We have one bone to pick, and then we're done. There's a little phrase that I heard this week. Just one bone. I know. We're keeping it nice and light and gay. That's
keep it happy, keep it snappy, keep it gay. Yeah.
Yep. I heard somebody in a very no, it won't happen kind of way say, I'm just so glad that I'm on the right side of history in this matter. And that pissed the living shit out of me.
Talk to him, Nick.
Because first, you don't have the foresight to predict what the future is going to be like. All right. And this coming from a mass, I don't really remember the context of this. All I can remember is that man looked and behaved exactly like a degenerate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, maybe history won't see it that way, sir. And it's like, then do you really give a fuck what it says if you're so morally like pinned on this?
Why are you so concerned about what people in the future are going to think as opposed to just now?
People in the now, what you and your present situation has to deal with.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like the worst kind of grandstanding.
It's a weird thing to think, well, people 20 years from now are going to agree with me on this. It's like without the context of now, it seems like the biggest cope ever. Like at least
Oh my god.
because everyone thinks they're on the right side of history, dummy. It's why people do the things they do. People wouldn't do it if they didn't think
Mustache
they'd be
guy
right.
thought he was on the right side.
Everyone thought they were on the right side of history, and that's why they did the things they did.
Point
Dummy?
is,
like,
do not look to history for moral exemplarism, okay?
no, it's just people who lived a long time ago.
Yes, and okay, then we're gonna get into the whole fucking thing. It's like I saw Chud Jack say this one time. It's like, wow, isn't that amazing? Every single war was won by the good guys.
Wow, hey, John Shudjack really said that, huh?
Yeah, 462 to 0.
Incredible. The goats.
Goddamn, Norm Macdonald made that joke.
Uh-huh. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Norm. Like,
another mega chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please get a little bit more creative with your moral grandstanding. Please and thank you.
Well, people will not do that, and what they will continue to do is repeat phrases that have been said to them. Very much like how I quote things, and I'm conscious of quoting media. Except people do that with thoughts in their brain that people have told them all the time.
Bingo. All right, we're gonna sign off. We love a lot of you, but some of you are really fucking stupid. All right.
Just like how John Hancock signed the Declaration of Independence.